Okay, so I was actually facing a really big bug and I wasn't understanding what was going on, so I will just tell you what happened. It's actually gonna be in the model. So, your listing dot item, it has a model. So it was a listing model if you look into it, and it has a parking state. And this wasn't defined for me, but in the UI we had parking, and it wasn't being triggered for our API, which was in the listing dot controller. See this parking? Because of this parking, the API wasn't being called. And now if I test it out, I could see all of my listings coming. And now it means all of the listing doesn't mean which user made the listings, but all the listings that are existing in the database, they are all being retrieved, which is now perfect. And this is what had to be over here, called. And the code is exactly the same. Everything else was completely the same, so now it should work. So I tested it out, it worked. But other than that, I wanted to say that I actually had the time to just add in the extra things like the homepage, and the homepage has this UI, really friendly, easy one. I'm just gonna push all the code so you're gonna see it. It's only basically using swiper for swiping the images, and also having the option to see the past listings. And it has a really nice landing page. So that's there. About page has just simple information about the website, and then we have the listing item.jsx is a single item, so it's actually a component. You could see it's actually in the component folder, and it's just a single item box. So you'll see multiple item boxes. Now right now you can see that the application is running, so I'm just gonna go and see it out. So this is the homepage. You can see and this is the recent offers, show more recent offers and recent places for visits. And these are all the listing items. Remember that listing item.jsx, these are all the tiny components that we're using. Now if I go to the suppose search, this listing results now are showing all of the results. Now one thing is that we have show more. Show more is an option here in the search.jsx. That means that if you have more than 9 items, it will just allow you to have this search show more button, and you'll click on it to see more options. So this is show more click, and it has its own state and everything. So you can see over here, if it's less than 9, it won't show the result, but if it is, it's going to show, and it's going to show the old results as well. So if I click on it, you can see this older result will come. And in terms of the searching, now if I go just click on rent, it's just going to give me the rent options. All right, per month, per month, per month, per month. If you want the late price high to low, or you want the latest, just search like this, and it'll give you the most latest version. If you want, suppose, the sale, and you want the furnished, just search in this, and this will give you that. So all the functionalities for the search are working, and even the back parking, because I added actually new I actually added new listings which had baths as well as a parking spot and a bed. So you could see now all of this is being fetched properly. You go back to the search, and you could actually just search all of them now, and you could see all of them here. So just go in the latest, and you'll see the latest, which is pretty cool. Now if you go to the about page, you'll see just a really nice about information about this. And then we have this home page, and rest everything else looks amazing. And you could just log into another account and see all of this information being there. Now let's try to deploy this online. And to deploy this online, what we're gonna have to do is, first of all, I'm gonna make sure we're gonna go to our index.js and have these special configurations set, just because we have to upload it on render. So I'm gonna have some of these configurations set. One of the configurations that we have to do is, first of all, let's just close all of this clutter, close all, and we could go to the API, and we could go to the index.js, and we also have to open up one more file, which is the package.json. Now over here in the package.json file, I hope you understand that we add one thing that was very important, and that's actually over here. Right in this part, we need the following, which is build for, this is gonna be for npm install, first of all, for render, and then we have npm install hyphen prefix, and then we have client, and then we have ampersands, and then we have npm run build. Basically, first it's going to go for the back end, then it's going to go for the front end, and then it's going to build a version on render. So hyphen prefix, and then it should be client like that. So this is that thing. I hope this is correct. npm install and npm install hyphen prefix client, and then npm and this is there. So npm run build and hyphen prefix and client. So this is the script we just needed to add in the package.json. Remember, this was in the root. Now we have to go to the index.js and we have to add some couple of things. So if we go to the index.js, the first thing that you have to do is you have to import path from path. So make sure you have import path, actually path, import path from path. Yeah. Okay. So now after that, you have some information that you have to put right after the connection, which is going to be right here. And I'm going to just do it on top of the Express application. So right here, we have const dir underscore dir name equal path resolve. And then what we want to do is we actually want to have the render to have some of these configurations set. So after your these /API/API/APIs, right? Those API routes, just have this express static, and you also need one other configuration set, and this is the dist file which render does. So make sure we have index.html so that render could read the index.html file, and everything else should work accordingly. So let's just format document, and that's all basically the changes needed, and there's nothing else that's needed. Now all we could do is we could go and first of all reveal in File Explorer, and we're gonna go to the downloads, and in here we're gonna have to go into CMD, and just one more time we're gonna have to git add git commit -m render changes, okay, and then git push -u origin and main. Okay, so now that we're running this, it should go to the GitHub repo. Let's go and first of all, let's go to render, and I'm gonna make sure we're gonna render.com. We're gonna go to the website. So make sure you have an account. You could just sign in like this, and you could just sign in using your GitHub. So we could just sign in using our GitHub, and you could say I need a new, and it's a static site web service, build and deploy from a GitHub repository. Okay, so now that we have connected our card, we're allowed to connect our GitHub repo, and let's just quickly have our GitHub repo at all the repositories, and we'll have to install. So now it's going to ask us for an authentication code. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have MERN state. You can see this one. Okay, so we're going to name it as MERN -state. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it as Oregon US main branch. We're gonna have node as the runtime. Okay, build command is npm run build. It's actually npm run build. Okay, and start command is npm start. So npm start. You might be asking, where is this all? Well, it's all written in the script. Remember that in that package.json, npm start and npm run build, right? So that's exactly from there, and we just have to now go to the free, nothing else. Upgrade to enable more features. Free instances spin down after periods of inactivity. They do not support SSH access, scaling, one-off jobs, or persistent disk. Select any paid instance type to enable these features, but there's like starter and all these other things, but we're not going to go. And advanced, we're going to just have to put our environment variables. So I'm just going to have this. Okay, and in environment variables, make sure you go and put your environment variables. So the first one is going to be in the .env. You can see it says Mongo. Just copy this and go here. Go here and just paste it here and get this entire thing, but make sure you don't put in the string, the quotes. So it's just this part. That's it. Copy and paste it right here as the value, and then you add another one. And now the next one is the JWT secret. And this project was actually inspired by a YouTuber. His name is Sahand. So I'll show you his channel, but yeah, this is there. Coding is fun. We have one more environment variable, which is going to be in the routes, I guess. It's in the, it was in the client folder, so it's right here. And that's the Firebase API key. So just copy this one, go here, and copy this as well. And, you know, paste it right here. Oh, okay. And paste it right here. Okay, great. So we have all of these, and we could just create a web service. I'm hoping everything is done. Okay, so now it's building the service. No logs to show. New log entries that match your search parameters will appear here. So right now, there's no log, but hopefully there's going to be something new once some major changes happen. Okay, the other thing is that we have to go to console.log Firebase, and we have to allow one other thing. So we have to say firebase.google.com. Remember, we logged in with our account, so we go to console, and we'll have to check our application. So you can see that there's actually a MERN estate application here. We'll go here and we'll go to the authentication part. So it's got to be here somewhere. So authentication, and over here you might see settings, and over here you might see authorized domains. We're gonna have to add a domain since these are just default ones. So I'm gonna have a, you know, an actual domain for this. So I'm gonna wait until this is being deployed. You could see at the moment it's deploying, uploading, build, and deploying. We are 0 vulnerabilities, and after that we build, transforming. Some clamp issue came as a Tailwind CSS. The line clamp plugin is now included by default. The thing is, I actually added one more thing I had to mention, and that is some clamp styling addition to the application. If you go to the client, and if you go to the source, and if you go to the pages and the listing, I mean, yeah, search, yeah, search, and where you could see the, you know, where you actually could see the 1 minute. So where you could see these cards, right? They're using some property which is in Tailwind CSS, and I'll go and tell what it is about and how you could do it. So Tailwind CSS, and then it's called line clamp, and you just click on this, and you'll see that this is an official repository from there. You have to copy this npm install -d install, okay, and then go to your front end. So you have to make sure you're in your front end, this part. /client, and then inside do this npm install. Make sure that's installed. After that, you get this plugins. You see this? Just copy this, and you go to your so basically you go to vite.config.js and just paste it right here. Tailwind.config.js, and right here you just have to paste the plugins. That's it. Nothing else you have to modify, and hopefully that, you know, you'll have that small change to the CSS clamp, Tailwind CSS clamp. All right, Tailwind line clamp thing. So yeah, that's it. A plugin that provides utilities for visually truncating text after a fixed number of lines. So it's just good for truncating lines. All right. I've been following a tutorial for this entire series, and I would really appreciate if you could go and see the actual creator. I've been following this person's tutorial.
In the next section, we're going to create,
and this is from the tutorial, and I actually learned and then, you know, started trying to implement it on myself with my own explanations. But the way you know, React and Next.js projects with San, it's one of the best. San, so tried him out. It's one of the best channels out there on YouTube. So yeah, quality content. And if you want to have more videos of me creating applications, full stack ones, then always let me know. Free instance types will spin down with an activity. This is a problem with the render ones which are free. I guess Vercel has so much benefit out of this. But I did deploy one application on Vercel, remember, and then we've done with Heroku, but I guess that's not live. And then I had with other platforms as well, but I want to try different platforms out. So render is good too. So I'm gonna actually pause this video, and once this deploying process is complete, I'm gonna resume, and then I'm gonna show you the actual implementation of the project. All right, on the live application. Right now, you can see it's not gonna exist, and if I could go here, probably it's not even gonna be there because it's still on deploying, and it takes some sort of time, but hopefully in a passage of time it will start working, and everything will work accordingly. All right, so after quite some time, we finally got our app deployed online, and it says live here, so everything worked well. And you click on this link and it would take you to this live deployed site, and you could see all of this stuff is being fetched really fast, and MongoDB is connected really perfectly. You could go and explore the entire web application, explore with all these features, play around, and you can see the things are loading really quickly. It's really nice. You could sign in now, especially with Google, and you could also create your own account, just general, using sign up. But the thing is that I also wanted you guys to know that you have to allow, and just go to authorized domains and add a domain and just put your domain here so that Google OAuth could work perfectly and successfully. And now just go in here, you could just continue with Google. This would make your account, or if you have one, it just logs you in back, and you could see now, you could just create update listing, or update your account, so it's going to update your profile, or create a listing, and explore the entire web application. So hope you guys love this application. You could contact the landlord, and you could send a message, and then it's basically going to send it on your email. So hope you guys love this series, and I'm continuing to make more videos, so please subscribe and keep supporting Coding Cleverly. So peace out, have a great day.